Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us where you live and what you do for a living.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Tolu Yero, and I am the owner and founder of Forue Fragrances.
Awesome. And where are you located?
I'm located in Dallas, Texas. Originally from Atlanta, Georgia, though.
Well, yeah, I'm in Dallas too. So in terms of your company, can you talk about more of what Forue Fragrances is all about and how you got the idea for it?
Yeah, for sure. So Forue Fragrances is a lifestyle fragrance brand. So here we're dedicated to reinventing the way creatives wear fragrance. So traditionally, we wear fragrance to smell good and, essentially just to smell good. But Forue is trying to reinvent that through sentiments. And it's not just about smelling good, it's about feeling good as well. So we do that through customizable fragrances and allowing our customers to get a little creative. So
can you talk more about what is a customizable fragrance? I think that most people don't understand what that means.
Yeah, for sure. So at the core, I consider myself to be a creative, whether that's, so some people may ask, what is a creative? So a creative is someone who expresses themselves through art, through music, through photography, video, and that could mean even different things for different people. But when I say customizable fragrance, what I mean is, so usually a fragrance already comes with a label or already comes with a name. So with my fragrances, I actually number them. So I have 4 different scents, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And all my customers are able to customize their fragrances by naming whatever it means to them. So for example, if I, bought a Forue bottle, I might name it honesty, or I might name it strength. So when I spray it on, I can remind myself of that sentiment, that strength sentiment, or that honest sentiment, so that, it means something special to me. And that's why it's called Forue.
That's really cool. So in terms of getting this formula together, because it's one thing to say, okay, I want to, create a fragrance, but it's different when you actually say, okay, from you have this idea to actually finding the components to create these different scents. So what did that look like for you?
Yeah, so what my process, it was actually funny how I even was able to get to pick the product fragrance. So at the time, when I first got the idea during the pandemic, and at the time I didn't know how to make fragrances. I didn't know if I was going to do it myself or if I would find someone or manufacturer or something like that. And I just reached out to my network, literally posted on Instagram and said, does anyone know a formulation chemist? And surprisingly, someone who also was in the creative space knew someone. I connected with that chemist, and from there we were able to connect. And basically what we do is I tell him, this is the particular scent that I'm going for, and he'll present different things to me, and we'll just bounce ideas off each other to come up with a scent.
Really cool. So in terms of, as of now, where are you selling it? Is it mostly on your website? Is it Amazon? How do you get the word out about your fragrance?
Yeah, so right now I sell mostly online, but also I do a lot of pop-up tables or vendor tables around Dallas. I've definitely been a little bit more strategic about, where I set up, because I really want to make sure I'm attracting or being able to be in spaces where I can, tell the story behind Forue, and the customer really resonate with it.
So who is your ideal target customer? You mentioned you're strategic. Obviously, I'm in Dallas too. It's a big city. So what type of events or what types of customers are you looking for to sell your products?
Yeah, so all of my fragrances are unisex. So at the very base, men and women can wear Forue, but also I want to attract people who are interested in expressing themselves in a different way through fragrance, and also people who are looking for a product that kind of is an accessory to their day. So, if you're spraying on that strength, that's something you may need every day. For you is an essential item. It's something that I want people to think of as earrings or as sunglasses. It's something that they have to go out and step out into the world. So it could be anyone, young, old, in the middle, still trying to figure it out. But it could be anyone, but just really someone who's looking to express themselves through fragrance.
I guess, if you can just be more specific, it's like what types of events, like when you're sitting up at a table, like is it like a certain like market or like what kind of events? Like if I was going to be, obviously, like I said, it's like I'm local here too. So like what type of event like would I find you at,
Yeah.
setting up and selling your products?
So I recently did an event at a media mixer. So there were a lot of people who were in the media space, right? So entertainment, even fashion, maybe urban fashion or streetwear, modern streetwear, those kind of spaces where you find maybe on the younger side sometimes, or maybe on the older side, but just people who kind of are, hey, cool, fun. That's kind of where you might find me. I have done previous events at music events. So kind of that space as well.
What would you say is the biggest challenge you're facing right now in the business?
hmm I would say, so for another product, you may get a t-shirt, right? You can see the t-shirt right there. And, the details will tell you the fabric, it will tell you the quality and everything. But with fragrance, you can't smell it through the screen, right? So I would say sometimes it can be a challenge to really translate, what the customer is getting online. Rather, it's easier to definitely have that connection in person because the fragrance is right in front of you, and you can smell it right there. You can get a tester, take it with you, and try it again later. But it's definitely a challenge to be an e-com brand but with fragrance. So
Like, how do you deal with that? Because I'm sure you probably have lots of people reaching you saying, "Hey, listen, I'm interested, but like, can you describe the smell?" Like how do you like manage these types of questions that people are asking you?
yeah, so storytelling is a big part of my brand. So I essentially want to tell the stories of the customer, but just really being descriptive and using examples, analogies of what they can think of when they think of the scent. But I really like to drive the meaning behind the brand, which is expressing yourself and having something you can attach to your day. So yeah, that's usually how I approach it, just through storytelling.
So in terms of your brand, like, what is the vision for you? Like, are you looking to, scale it to a certain number and exit, or like that? Like, what is the bigger vision for you?
Yeah, so I want to grow to be definitely want to be in stores. At the moment, I'm not in stores yet, but I would love to be in, I don't know, a Foot Locker. I would love to be in a Nike store, even if it's not attached to the brand or whatever, but just being in non-conventional stores, Kith, or there's a store out here in Dallas. It's called Daily Texas, where they sell modern streetwear and urban wear and things like that, and also expanding into spaces, so maybe art galleries and just wherever you would find a creative, someone like me. I definitely would love for you to be in those types of spaces.
So, like, are you having conversations now with some of these companies, even smaller stores, about getting your product on their shelves? Like, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely have started having conversations with Daily Texas is one of them, and there's also another store called Center. So yeah, I think also one of my main goals right now is just establishing brand awareness and getting For You out there, getting more people wearing the brand, investing into marketing and things like that. As long as that plan is executed, you definitely will see For You in those stores.
So in terms of technology, what does that look like for you? Guys, is your website on Shopify, or like where is it hosted?
Yeah, so I use Shopify. That definitely, I did try to use,
Commerce, or like there's so many in Big Commerce,
no,
Wix.
Wix. Yes, I did try Wix, but
Yeah, Wix is. Not a
Yeah, it
fan.
worked out for me. So Shopify has definitely been my bread and butter for where I sell my products.
So, what is the role of something like AI when it comes to your business? I think everybody's trying to find like the best use case for AI. So, whether it's like, content writing or even, answering questions, like where do you see AI coming into your business in 2023?
Yeah, so I definitely have used AI for you before. Just coming up with ideas, helping AI definitely has helped guide me in my creative process and how I want to market the brand. So I might ask, what is a story I can tell to a creative who likes fragrance, and it'll kind of guide me on, give me suggestions on content and different ways to market the product and what that process may look like. So yeah, AI is definitely my friend. Specifically, Chat GPT. We are close. So
But if you look at AI, like for example, like even chatbots, answering questions or getting people to subscribe in, I think it's like that's definitely something that people were to get like a different fragrance or the same fragrance every month or every 2 months, it can definitely be a big value add for your customers.
yeah, for sure. That's a great idea. That's actually something I was talking about with my a business friend partner, yesterday on how we can incorporate the customer into the process a little bit more of picking a fragrance. So yeah, definitely.
I think it's interesting because, like, if you can provide as much value as possible, like I always tell our clients, I'm like, you can even give like, free YouTube videos, exclusive videos to subscribers or things like that about other things that might add value, that might interest them to people in the space. Because obviously, nobody knows your customers better than you. So it's like if you can, give them that value, exclusive access or videos, it's something that people are definitely looking for.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely is a great idea. And I know a lot of people have been leaning towards that type of model. So yeah, it's a great idea. I appreciate you bringing that up. It's something to think about for sure.
Yeah, so it's like you mentioned marketing. So in terms of marketing, what does that look like for you? Is it more like email marketing or SEO or social media marketing? It's like what is your marketing strategy going into Q4?
Yeah, so definitely want to get into the more into email marketing. Right now I mainly do social media marketing, so TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Most of my followers and people who engage with the brand are on Instagram. But email marketing, I know that's where the gold mine is. So that's something I want to start to invest in throughout the rest of this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for e-commerce, it's like you send like an email and they say, "Hey, by the way, this product's on sale or whatever," and then somebody
Yeah.
will just check out and buy it right then and there.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you say is the one biggest piece of advice that you wish you knew before you started this company?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say definitely take your time. Don't feel like you have to rush anything as a founder or CEO. You are going to be the base in the framework of your brand and your company. So have in mind, what exactly you want to do, because it's easy for people to express themselves and tell you how they would do it. And you kind of might lose sight of what you want to do. So take your time in that process of figuring out like what you want your brand to be. And also keep in mind the vision that you have at all times, every single day if you can. So that's something I definitely would advise to anyone who's starting a business.
Yeah, definitely. So if we're going to have this conversation again in 1 year from now, where do you see things going for you?
Yes. So I definitely expect a much more bigger follower base on all social media platforms. I see us in a store, multiple stores, and really just for you making a name for itself, not only in Dallas, but countrywide and hopefully nationwide. Yeah, I definitely see more storytelling, brand partnerships, and just overall growth of the brand and awareness. So,
That's
yeah.
exciting. So if somebody watching this wanted to reach out to you, do you mind sharing your website or social media handles?
Yes. So, you can follow shop. Well, you can follow us on Instagram at forue.fragrances. So that's FORUE.fragrances. And the website is shop-forue.com. And you can follow me at Tolu.Yero on Instagram as well. That's TOLU.YERO. And yeah, I'd love to connect with whoever hears this, comes across my page and this podcast. So thanks for having me, Dan.
Tolu, and thank you for joining us.
Of course.
All right. Bye.
Bye.